I just feel like this is like a goal of mine that's like never gonna happen because
we'll be chilling and having a good time.
Good morning, guys. I'm so happy. I'm in such a good mood because I woke up this morning and the pain from my arthrogram is gone, like totally gone. I slept to my right side last night and I am just so I'm so happy. I mean, obviously I still have like my natural shoulder pain from just my injury, but that arthrogram pain was no joke. And by the way, I feel like with this whole Vlogmas thing, I'm not going to reintroduce new things each video, you know what I mean? Like for those of you who watched yesterday, I talked about how I got an arthrogram MRI and that whole story. I don't want every video to be me saying, oh, by the way, if you didn't watch that video, and then I go into 5 minutes because that's boring for the people who saw day one. So this is gonna be like a TV show where you really have to see episode 1 to understand episode 2 and so on and so forth. Whew, I'm like out of breath. And by the way, if you saw me running with my hat backwards, it's because it's windy. I feel like a freak when I do that, but it's the only way my hat won't fall off. It's time! I remember from last year, this is seriously the most exciting part of every day of my life. So we are on day 2. Do you want to do the honors, Zach?
I mean, I've never done it before, so why would we start now? You always hog the advent calendar.
Yeah, the one that I buy for myself.
Oh, you buy for yourself? That sounds pretty greedy. You're the one that's saying it. I buy for myself.
Zach, I literally said, do you want to?
You didn't ask if I wanted to drink it or enjoy it, or do I want to open it.
You have coffee. Really wasn't expecting a fight on day 2 of Vlogmas. Okay. Let's see, this is the original donut shop regular. Yay! I haven't had the donut shop since I lived with my mom, like at my parents' house. So this is exciting. And now I'm honestly trying to procrastinate my shower as long as possible because, as you guys know, I got a lash lift yesterday, which I know it's so subtle. Like I bet on here it's hard to even tell, but I forgot I got it and I looked in the mirror this morning and was like, oh, like I can't explain it. It's just a noticeable difference. Just like a little curl. Like when you curl, what is this? When you curl your lashes and it looks great for like 2 seconds and then obviously they go back to normal. It's like a semi-permanent curl. So I really like it. Will I be getting it every month? No. I mean, I can't justify $70 for this. It's just not worth the money for me. Like if you're getting lash extensions, which by the way, I was looking up the prices of those are so expensive. Those are making a true like visible difference, but those, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really like sold on getting either of those regularly just because of the cost. But I'm really hoping that when I shower, it doesn't all just disappear. It appears as though the lashes have survived the shower, and normally I obviously wouldn't do makeup today just because I feel like I don't want to mess with anything, but I kind of have to because I'm filming a sponsorship on Instagram, and obviously there's nothing like in a contract that says must wear makeup, but I want to be as professional as possible. Like I have no problem going on camera clearly without makeup. I feel like half my YouTube channel is just me in a robe without makeup. But I just think if someone's paying you to do something, you want to look as professional as possible, especially with the nature of this Instagram thing. So I'm a little nervous to put on mascara, but we shall see. I also just uploaded Vlogmas Day 1 and I am so excited, guys. Just responding to your comments. I'm sure you guys have noticed that in the first couple of hours after I upload a video, I'm just in the comments responding and talking to you guys. And the thing I love so much about Vlogmas is that it's just all in real time. Like you guys are responding to something that happened yesterday. Because sometimes you guys respond to things, I forget what even happened. Like if someone's like, oh, I'm sorry you're in a bad mood. And I'm like, what was I in a bad mood over? Because it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago even. So I really like Vlogmas. I'm so just excited about the next month. And obviously Vlogmas is known to be a little overwhelming and taxing on creators. But here's the thing I was thinking today, uploading every day. It could be a lot. As a reporter though, I was expected to turn a story every single day. Like I didn't have a week to work on it. I couldn't do a week in my life. It was every day, here's the story, scrambling to hit deadlines. And obviously it was a lot harder than just recording my day and blabbering on in front of a camera. You're covering court cases, you're covering both sides fairly, you're getting, you know, interviews from this person and that person, and compared to that, Vlogmas is nothing. So it's just putting things in perspective. And one thing is, in yesterday's Vlogmas, we started out with the story time of my arthrogram. And one of the parts of that story time, really what made me so nervous is that there were a million people in the room because the doctor was teaching residents. And when I was talking to my mom, she reminded me that one time I was in 7th grade and I was rushed to the emergency room. It was when I was having my panic attacks. I thought I was having an allergic reaction. So we'd go to the hospital, I'd, freak out, and then they'd realize I wasn't having an allergic reaction. I was actually having an anxiety attack. Back then, that was a foreign concept. Like, anxiety? Like, I'd never even heard of the word, which is so crazy. But in 7th grade, in 2007, it just wasn't a thing. So I had kind of gotten over my anxiety attacks, and then one night I just was bright red. I think it was like in the face. I don't know. Something was reminding me of having an allergic reaction, which is the reason I was having the anxiety attacks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, freaked out. We had to rush to the emergency room. Turns out I had something called fifth disease, which sounds a lot crazier than it really is. It's not that big of a deal unless you're pregnant. It really can impact pregnant women. But I was 12, really wasn't a big deal. However, I guess it was kind of rare. I don't know. It's really not a big thing at all. The doctor comes over with like a school of residents or interns, whatever they were. I remember just a whole group of them, maybe like 10. And he is talking about me as if I am not even there. This is a rare case, da da da. And then I don't remember this, but apparently he said, patient, 12 years old. And one of the interns was like, she's 12? Because I looked so young for my age. I probably looked 6. And then I think my mom, I don't know, my mom, I think she said she like told them all to leave because it was really rude. Like they were acting like I was a creature, like not a human, which is so messed up. The medical field is difficult because you have some people who truly want to make a difference and care and are just so charismatic. Like I've had doctors that, oh my gosh, are just the best. But then you have another group of people, I feel like they literally just like the science of it. Like they don't even care about patients. They're just like, oh, a science case? I don't know. Just an observation. For today's makeup, I think I'm going to do natural-ish eyes and a bold lip. I'm feeling a bold lip. Okay, my lashes seriously look so good. Like they normally do not look like this without the lash lift. And I'm actually blown away by the results while wearing makeup. I thought it was gonna make a huge difference, obviously without makeup, but this is kind of amazing. I just finished my makeup, and as I'm looking into the viewfinder, I am realizing this lip is a little too dark for everyday life. This was my go-to when I was reporting, loved wearing it on the air, thought it was like very bold. But just to run some errands, I kind of look like a vampire. So that is great, but the decision has already been made. We're going with the dark lip. I normally right now would be diving into my chocolate oatmeal, but I have a confession, guys. I haven't been eating oatmeal, and I really haven't been eating a full breakfast. I've just been eating a banana lately, and it all started when I I wanted to get them. I got steel cut oats. It's not the same thing as regular oats or whatever, the traditional oats. Like, it tastes so awful. It's just not my thing. And by the way, the reason this is even a big deal, because I feel like a lot of people don't eat breakfast. It's very common. But in my household growing up, my dad had 2 rules. Like seriously, like I could do anything. I could run amok, anything within reason, obviously. But rule number 1, I had to adhere to my bedtime. He had very strict rules with that. I had to get a good night of sleep. And 2, I had to eat breakfast. So I'm feeling a little guilty lately. Please comment down below if you have any breakfast recommendations, because I realized, I don't know, I said that really weird. I realized I don't want a heavy carb breakfast because I just don't like the way it makes me feel to have heavy carbs for 3 meals. I like sandwiches for lunch. I like potatoes for dinner. What is something that I can have that is dairy-free and egg-free, essentially vegan, for breakfast? I'm allergic to dairy and eggs, so let me know. Yogurt is the only thing that came into my mind, and I think yogurt's disgusting. I feel like there's nothing out there for me. Anyway, I'm going on a rant, so I'm gonna stop talking about that. But before I eat my banana, one thing I've added to my morning routine is seed. And I am so excited to be working with seed on this video because this is something I've been wanting to try for the longest time. This in my hands is the DS01 Daily Synbiotic, which is both a prebiotic and a probiotic, and I want to stop right there and acknowledge the fact that if you're like me, that can sound like a lot. I wasn't a biology major. I didn't particularly love science, but what I do love is feeling my best, and that is something that I've just made a commitment to over the past couple of months, and hopefully going into 2023. I just want to make my health a priority. I've always heard that probiotics and synbiotics and all of that are great for gut health, and they certainly are, but what I didn't know is they are great for so many other parts of your body. I'm talking your heart health, skin health. And the best part is you can guarantee that you are reaping these benefits because of the technology behind it. Each capsule has a prebiotic outer shell and then a probiotic inner capsule, which guarantee that the live probiotics will actually make it to the colon. And I know now we're getting all fancy in the wording, and that's where I start to get confused, but all it means is it's actually going to work. I've struggled with gut health for, gosh, I don't know, since college. So I guess it's, oh my gosh, I'm getting old. It's been about a decade. That's very scary. But yeah, I mean, I've just always said I have a bad stomach. And the worst part is I did nothing about it. I just assumed I'm just stuck with this. But now that I'm getting older, I'm realizing there is so much out there that I can do to help. And one thing I love in particular is that they have you all covered for if you want to travel. They have this cute little travel container. Will it focus? Will it not? That is the question. There we go. And I actually haven't gotten to use this yet just because we have not been traveling since I've started using Seed. But it's really neat that they've thought of everything, including sustainable delivery. First things first, you have the glass jars, which glass is infinitely recyclable, but obviously the less we create, the lower the impact. And then as for the monthly refills, they come in a home compostable bio-based pouch. And the best part of all is I do have a code for you. You can get 15% off your first month's supply if you use the code Clancy at checkout. I will have that code first thing in the description box. Now is a great time to try it out. And of course, save some money. I'm about to do something that I probably should not. I know this is just a waste of money, but I don't know. You can't put a price on happiness. I need to decorate for Christmas. Obviously, Zach and I are in a temporary Airbnb, and we're not even going to be here for actual Christmas. We'll be at my house on Long Island. I guess it's not my house anymore. My parents' house on Long Island. It always feels so weird. But listen, I'm a huge Christmas gal. Like, the Christmas season makes me so happy. The holiday season, whatever you celebrate. And it always makes me so sad. Like, it's December 26th. I seriously go into like a deep, deep sadness because the Christmas season, like, do you know how many times you hear people say like, it's Christmas, I'll give a little extra money, I'll be kinder, and it stinks we can't have that year round, but also I understand the fact that what makes it so special is that it's only a month. Like, if you had Christmas in September and October and July, December wouldn't be so special. So anyway, I'm going on a rant, but I think I'm going to try to decorate for Christmas. My budget is $100. I feel insanely guilty. I'm so jealous of people who can just spend money like it's nothing. I do spend money, don't get me wrong. Like, I buy this and that, and you guys are gonna get some Black Friday hauls or Cyber Monday, whatever, because I did some online shopping, but I always have an immense amount of guilt. I don't know what it is. It's like, I can't even explain it. And I realize it's not normal because I see other people buying all of these things. Like, I would never dare to get Uber Eats or anything because the idea of spending like $10 extra is just insane. And because it's not just the delivery fee. You're also then tipping. It's just, let's go buy a Christmas tree. How cute is this mug? I want it so badly, but I think I'm gonna resist, but how funny would it be if I bought one of these and then wore it every single day for Vlogmas? Just like casually, and I don't even address it. All right, I've got the goods. My budget was $100. I know I went over budget, but the question is, how over budget did we go? Well, I just ran into my car. The man is still there. There was a very creepy man. Thought he was being friendly at first. He said, I had like my cart full of stuff, and he's like, I'm coming to your house for Christmas. And I'm like, yep, I got all the stuff. And then he said something like, oh, baby. Like, he called me baby, don't call me baby. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And then I just put my cart back, hence the renting situation where he's hanging out by. And then he's like, I got the desserts. And let's get home. JK, I'm going to get my B12 shot. I very much so want to reveal all of the things I bought and how much I spent, but first, priorities. Sandwiches have really just been hitting lately. Okay, so this is my Christmas haul. I got the tree skirt, I got this pretty thing that I thought would look really nice by the TV console, silver ornaments, red ornaments, and then a big tree. What did I get? did I get 7? 7.5 feet. How much do you, and then I couldn't resist. I went back and forth on this for the longest time. It was $3. I don't know why I was so dramatic about it, but it's so cute. Just imagine me sitting.
We're gonna bring it home. We're gonna bring it to Long Island.
Let's say we don't, just give it to our Airbnb host. I'm sure she'd like it. I think it's so cute, and I just love sipping it
It was
away.
$6.
It was on sale. Oh yeah, you trying to get me? Because I have the advent calendar, so it's like I need cool mugs to drink out of. Anyway, what would you guess all this cost? Like the price is right.
$55.
Zach, why are you doing that?
What?
It's obviously more than 55.
Why?
This is so bad. When
Why?
I got a 7-foot tree. When you know when people do that, you know
we're only gonna keep this stuff.
you
for
know what you're
18
doing.
days.
Okay, so I went in with a $100 budget.
And you went over?
I spent the big reveal $99.59. When the lady told me, I was like, what? She was like, what? I was like, oh my god, my budget was 100. I thought it was gonna be like 102, 103 with tax maybe, but no, those sales. And honestly, I got a good amount of things. Like, I think this is pretty good for a $100 budget. Gosh, you're ruining my moment. You're ruining my moment. Zach got
the good stuff.
Zach got his own little haul.
You got stuff.
Yeah, actually, Zach did order me shoes. He's such a shoe addict that he's like run out of room for himself, and so now he wants to buy me shoes just so we can buy them.
I bought you shoes. This box is all whack.
Oh, whatever. These are mine! Oh my gosh, yay! Zach literally, like, he just took the initiative. He's like, hey, like, these are on sale. Do you want them? I've never owned 2 pairs of like sneakers at one time.
Do you like your yellow?
I like the yellow a lot. Let me try them on. So these will be for like pickleball and whatnot. Can I run in these too, maybe? Yeah, running.
Running them all the time.
But basically the thought is, I'm not wearing them, but I don't want to wear out my Hokas playing pickleball since we're now pickle masters.
You just have different
We
pairs.
should play tonight, Zach.
Yeah, I'm gonna go run tonight, but we can. If I run, we can do that too. I got
Ooh, and he got the nice
mine.
whites.
Mine are cheaper than yours.
Well, they're still nice. Yeah, so
I thought you said the nice ones. I thought
Oh
it
no, I
was
just meant nice whites.
like, no, these were.
Really nice. Wait, can I just smell it? I love the
No, I do like.
smell. Oh.
Crap. And then they sent it.
Okay, I turned off the camera. I wish I would have clicked it soon enough. Zach and I saw this. He just went on a little rant about his hatred of
Dick's
things.
Sporting Goods. What the heck?
That, well, yeah, we
No
should.
offense, but like, I don't like to bash anybody, but like, this came in. This is the box you send shoes in, and this, like, that's insane, Dick's Sporting Goods. Like, honestly, like, it's horrible.
No, that really does stink, and I have to go back.
Yeah, it's like, why did we ship something to our house if we have to?
Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree.
Okay, so I just watched this, so I'm cracking up. We are going to take a little break from the cute decorating for Christmas montage and show a footage of me deciding to stand on a spinning chair to reach the top of the tree while Zach was on a work call. I almost died.
I was like, Clancy, Jesus Christ.
I forgot it's
It's move. Don't break your head open, especially with Susan on the Zoom. Step on. Clancy. Step on.
Okay, the ottoman.
That doesn't move. The chair spins as she's trying to step on. Gosh.
Not only green when summer's here.
I forgot ornament hooks. Paper clips are going to have to do. I just want to note that they cost me $1.69, aka I did go over budget. Just want to give a little update that the paper clips do indeed work as ornament hooks. I feel so innovative.
Sure do you bring me.
I just finished decorating and I think it looks so good. I have not done traditional Christmas colors in so long because if you guys remember, I had that white pencil tree for the past 3 years and I just wanted to go back to like a traditional Christmas. This is the red thing. I mean, it didn't really like do that much of a wow factor for the place, but I feel like it just like adds a little something. I don't know. I personally like it. Like I can see in person when I walk in, it just kind of like ties together with the tree. We also have some problems with the skirt. I might ask Zach to see if we could, I don't know. I don't want to like mess around too much though because it's not our place, but maybe see if we could put the skirt under the console. It's really heavy though, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm just so happy. Like it's gonna be so nice to be able to wake up in the morning and Christmas will be in Florida because obviously it feels very weird not having, 40, 30, 20 degree weather right now. It's like 70 degrees. And by the way, I did not get a Christmas tree topper. I feel like I never do. I don't know. That looks kind of bad, but that's okay. I decided to come out here for a little chat. It always stinks. Like I know the view is this way, but if I try to face backwards, you can't see me. I'm a silhouette just because the light is coming in from behind me. But coming out here and just watching the sunset has been like my favorite thing. I can show you. Boop. Like, look at that. Well, the sunset hasn't really started yet, but it's about to. But I hope my little trip to Big Lots today showed you that you don't need to have so much money and buy so many things to enjoy life. Like right now with the holiday season especially, it's all about shopping. It's all about decorating your apartment for Christmas, decking it out, spending so much money, buying all of these things, designer this, designer that. It doesn't need to be like that, especially with influencers. I've been noticing so much on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you have the money, go for it. Like, I don't like when people hate on others for the way they spend their money. Like, oh, I can't believe like this influencer bought this designer bag. It's like, if that's what they want to do and they have all of this money, who are you to judge? I personally just don't find pleasure out of that, but it's just simply out of like my own interests and desires, you know what I mean? But at the same time, during this time of the year, it's easy to feel pressure to spend a lot of money, and it's fun. I think it's even more fun to like set a budget and be like, let's stick to it. And I'm really happy with the way things turned out. I feel like I do try to create a balance between living a lifestyle that does not glorify commodities, where it's just not all material things, but at the same time I want to enjoy things. Like, for example, getting a Christmas tree. Like, I don't think that that's a crazy splurge. Like, this is me trying to convince myself, by the way. Like, I'm not fully on board, but because my dad always says growing up, what does he say? He says, you never see a U-Haul following a hearse. AKA when people die, they're not taking all of their material things with them. Like, at the end of the day, it's all pointless, you know what I mean? But it's also fun just to enjoy life, while at the same time obviously saving money to one day buy a house, buy a condo, buy something. I feel like I've been saying this for so long, and knowing I want to buy property is seriously the reason I've been such a good saver these past several years, because like I have an end goal, I have a reward at the end of it all, right? But I don't even know when that's gonna happen, because obviously we don't even know where we're gonna be living. I'm gonna talk about that more in a couple vlogs, because we're starting to get some ideas. We'll talk about that over the weekend. And it's just, I just feel like this is like a goal of mine that's like never gonna happen, because when I first started saving, home values were at X, and now they're just skyrocketing and skyrocketing, and there's inflation, and I'm starting to notice inflation where I'm like, wait, what, how much are my groceries, and how much is this, how much are apartments? Like, everything is just getting so expensive. I feel like this is my first time in adulthood that it's really hitting, because obviously I remember the recession of 2008, and I distinctly remember my dad telling me that year, like, you guys aren't getting Christmas presents because we're in a recession. In my head, I was 12. I'm like, a what? Like, what do you even mean? I'm not getting presents? And I even like wrote about it in my diary. Like, it's so funny. Like, I'm like, dear diary, like, we're in a recession. Like, I can't spend money. I'm 12. Like, it's not anything, but it just goes to show I've always been like sensitive to money things, because like I was so scared. For what? Like, I don't know. It's funny to look back on. We'll see. For now, I just need to plot away to buy a condo that has this view in particular. Okay, so I just finished editing up until this point, and I want to film this last section on photo booth. I feel like with Vlogmas, anything goes. We're getting old school with it. I did want to mention though, earlier in this vlog I said lash lifts, you know, it's not worth it. I probably won't do it again or regularly. I stand corrected. I didn't say it wasn't worth it. It's just, it's a lot of money that it's why spend it. My lashes look so different than they normally do with the mascara. I mean, can you, it's so hard for you guys to tell, because I guess like, I don't know, it's like you don't know me as well as I know myself. Looking at, like, they don't look like themselves and make it sound like they're like living people, but it made such a difference. I'm not going to give my final input though, or feedback, whatever, until some time passes. If I take a shower right now and then they go right back to normal, not worth it. But if these last for a few weeks, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm very excited. Tomorrow's haircut day. I've been talking about this freaking haircut for the longest time. And finally I'm doing it, because I canceled my last appointment. It just wasn't fitting in with the sketch. And I wanted to do no heat November. And I knew once I got it cut, I was going to want to put heat on it. So I'm very excited. Hopefully going to let these little broken baby hairs be with the rest of my hair. aka I want to cut it short so that they're not so much shorter. Because my hair right now is like down to here, and they're so much shorter. So we'll see. I'm excited. Stay tuned. It's so exciting. Like, you guys are going to find out so soon. Normally it takes, you know, a week to edit and then a week to upload, but what can I say? This is Vlogmas. This is the beauty of it. And by the way, if you guys are interested in using my discount code Clancy for Seed, I'm going to have that first thing in the description box. 15% off your first month supply. Great deal. I'll have that down below. Bye, guys.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling.